Confederate Honey is definitely not without its problems. This is a 1940 Warner Brothers cartoon directed by Friz Freleng, Dalton, and Ben Hardaway, written by Hardaway and Jack Miller, with voices provided by Blanc, John Deering, Jim Bannon, B. Benaderet, Sara, Berner, Arthur Q. Bryan, and the Sportsmen Quartet. Great voice cast, great writers and directors. The story is based on Gone with the Wind, and as a parody, it's not bad. But as a cartoon, well, let's just say there are depictions of certain characters picking cotton and doing other things at other people's command that are just a little bit awkward and a little bit uncomfortable and very caricatured. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It's not even the worst from Warner Brothers, but it's quite a lot and quite intense. And one can argue, well, if it's parodying Gone with the Wind, it is what it is, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's any easier to watch. What I did like was we have Elmer Fudd as the character Ned Cutler, pretty clear who that character is meant to represent, and we have the character Crimson O'Hair Oil, which I thought was a really great name. And as characters, they were interesting enough. The animation quality is really fine. There's a lot of different costumes. The characters are wearing all different kinds of costumes, and visually, that aspect of it is really appealing. The landscapes are really beautiful. There's a lot of attention to detail here and there. So there are certainly some good things about the cartoon. And if you're a fan of Gone with the Wind, I think there will be things in it that you'll enjoy. But watching this on its own, judging it kind of separate to Gone with the Wind, which one could argue is not fair, but let's say I'd never seen Gone with the Wind. Let's say I'd never even heard of Gone with the Wind and didn't realise what this was in reference to, and I just assumed it was a cartoon about this relationship between Ned Cutler and Crimson O'Hair Oil. I would have thought this is quite a problematic cartoon in parts. Maybe even like half of it is quite problematic. When we're just focusing on Cutler and O'Hair Oil, it's not too bad. So it's not perfect, let's put it that way, but there are some bits that are good. The music's good. There's some pretty good music in it that I thought was quite likable. The narration's very clear, very easy to follow, and a lot of the animation is pretty good as well. So I'd recommend it for the right reasons, but it's not the best cartoon. It's not the easiest to watch either. Certainly if you've seen Gone with the Wind, give it a watch. I think you might enjoy bits of it. Maybe not other bits of it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect from Confederate Honey. I think in some places it's not as bad as I'd expected. In some places it's a bit worse. Definitely hit or miss. A bit of a roller coaster cartoon, but ultimately it's okay.